On the Brexit culture war,
The overwhelming issue was Brexit.
Brexit became something which overshadowed traditional party loyalties.
It's not Jeremy Corbyn, it's Brexit.
I think the issue that dominated this election ultimately was Brexit.
Is it reasonable to claim the 2019 election was won by Brexit? If the election was solely won by Brexit, then strong Remain seats would have voted Labour. In reality, strong Remain seats actually voted for Labour 6.4% less than they voted for Remain. Furthermore, looking at the results geographically, we can see that areas with strong Remain votes were also largely voting Conservative in the election, with Remain voters in Scotland voting SNP to seemingly actively avoid voting for Labour. This is the main argument that I see which casts doubt on the idea that this was entirely the fault of Brexit. But what else could have led to Labour's demise? Renationalisation. Labour's manifesto claimed that it was going to actively renationalise the following 5 utilities: rail, mail, water, energy, and BT broadband. On the face of it, renationalising the industry sounds great. After all, who wouldn't want free rail, water, and energy? However, this ignores a bigger problem. What about the workers? Let's just have a peek at the number of workers in each of these industries. In rail, according to Rail Delivery Group, around 240,000 people work in the rail industry. For mail, according to Wikipedia, Royal Mail employs 162,000 people. According to Warwick University, 166,500 people are employed in the water industry. In energy, Labour claims to nationalise 6 energy companies: EDF Energy, Centrica, British Gas, npower, E.ON, Scottish Power, and SSE, totalling to about 158,377 people. And finally, BT. According to BT themselves, they hire around 104,000 people. All in all, this accumulates to 830,877 people, or moreover, 1.25% of the British population. Furthermore, if you have ever worked in several separate utilities companies within the same sector, you'll know that they're all very, very different. To nationalise and integrate all the water companies, for example, into one would be a monumental management nightmare and would likely result in a largely dysfunctional service, a lot like the NHS. Now, threatening the job security of 1.25% of the British people is likely not going to appease them. Therefore, this is likely another thing which led to Labour's defeat. Where is the money? Pushing a socialist agenda requires a lot of money. For the past 20 years, the UK has been recovering from a financial crash, and although national debt has stabilised, it hasn't yet gone down. The Labour manifesto included policies which involved spending huge sums of money, which people in the UK just don't believe are available. And thus, one of the questions is, where is the money coming from? Labour's solution, now and historically, has been tax the rich. But historically, taxing the rich has proven difficult and even ineffective, though the majority of people agree with the sentiment. Labour's plan to tax the top 5% of people might at least cover the costs of their spending while those people stay in the British economy, but the likelihood is they'll just end up leaving the country to countries like the US or Australia and leaving the government with squat. Furthermore, singling out another 3.3 million people, or 5%, of the voter base is likely another reason why Labour lost the election, regardless of the policy's sentiment. In conclusion, in my opinion, Brexit was just one of multiple reasons why Labour lost this election. I'm still waiting for the party who vouches to do absolutely nothing. See you next time.